Ladies and gentlemen, Mad Doggy Dog in the building. And I got to be real with you guys. I know I've said that I wasn't usually a massive fan of the women's sport, but I did also say I rate Michaela Mayer and I rate Clarissa Shields. So if one of them two is fighting, I'll probably have something to say about it. And I watched the fight yesterday, and let's be honest, man, this sport is a joke. This sport is a joke. This sport is a joke. I don't even know why I'm making this video, bro. I think I'm going to stop making videos, right? And this is something really, really big, like something going on in the heavyweight division, something with Tank Davis versus like Haney, or I don't know what else, maybe Beterbiev, Bivol. But other than that, bollocks to these videos and bollocks to this sport, man. Honestly, between the drugs, like the cheating on the scorecards, like all of the politics, do you know what I mean? It's just the worst sport in the world, man. And I think like getting real and getting introspective here, right, as we do, yeah. When you're like young, when you're like in your teens, and then especially when you're in your 20s, and then even like early 30s, yeah, and you're just jacked full of testosterone, yeah. Boxing is the thing, bro. Boxing's the thing, like, yeah, mate, yeah, boxing, yeah, they do a bit of boxing, don't I? Yeah, go down a fucking boxing gym, mate. Yeah, no, I go watch the fights. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know why I've got this accent, to be honest with you, but we're gonna roll with it. Yeah, I'm a boxing fan, mate. Yeah, proper, not a casual neither. Fucking hardcore boxing fan, me. Yeah, but then you get to a point, yeah, when you're in your late 30s and beyond, um, where you're like, this is just not worth my time, man. This is not worth my time anymore. Like, this is just a load of fucking like this is a soap opera, bro. This is a bad soap opera now. This is not a sport. This is a bad soap opera, right? The best don't fight the best. Yeah. If they do, there's some dodgy catchway or someone's like had some dodgy like drug tests, right? And then even if they do get in the ring between the catch weights and the drug failings, then someone gets you on the cards, you know. And the other thing about it, the other thing, and this feels like a bit of a rant, yeah. The other thing about it, yeah, is that, and I don't think this is just a problem with sport. I've seen like football fans kind of talk about a topic that is somewhat analogous as well, is that the intrigue and the excitement has kind of gone out of boxing because you don't necessarily see like clashes of styles anymore because now everyone can do a bit of everything, right? And it's the same in football where people say, yeah, you don't really see real ballers anymore. Now everything's about systems, right? And and I think that's just heavily due to like technology in many ways that you have so much tech to your disposal, which back in the day you didn't have. Like, when people talk about like the 70s and 80s being like a golden era of boxing, you know, when people say they watch tape, they actually watch tape. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't just efficient to just turn on YouTube and watch every fight that you want to watch, right? And analyze, somebody's whole career. You couldn't do that, right? You actually had to watch tape, right? And also, in terms of like boxing gyms or certain parts of the world or certain parts of, significant boxing markets like the US, right? There was a certain style that came from that region, and came from the gyms that were part of that region. And you didn't have low cost flights, the way you do have now, or relatively accessible flights in the way that you do have now, where you can just like, yeah, I mean, fly in somewhere to do your camp and then like fly back or like fly your coach in. Do you know what I mean? And they bring the rest of their camp with them if you're like the biggest economic draw. Do you know what I mean? And now it's a case of like, you've got everything to your disposal. You've got all the tape. You've got all the data on, how many punches he throws in this and that XYZ round. Yeah. You've got all the fucking accessibility to all the best coaching and strength and conditioning. Do you know what I mean? And you can like be doing a camp in America and then a press conference over here and then a fight in fucking like Saudi Arabia, right? And it's got to the point where like now everything's just merging into one thing and it's not exciting anymore. You don't see the clash of styles. You don't see like the fucking, like the Midwest style, you know, the Detroit kind of style, and or like against, you know, fucking a Mexican style, or like a stand-up European style. Now everyone can do a bit of everything. And so it's like you're just watching, like, what are you even watching now? Now you may as well just be watching a computer game. And it's a bit the same with football as well. Like the individual like talent and skill has kind of been like almost diluted out of players, and everything's about like systems now, you know? And so basically, it's a long way of saying, I don't know why I'm here. And so I don't know why you're here. Do you know what I mean? Because this sport is just fucking like just shit, bro. But anyway, Michaela Mayer won that fight. Like Sky Sports, I mean, I know every broadcaster is a little bit biased towards the fighter that is associated with, you know, their host promoter, but Sky Sports take the biscuit, man. Mayer was banging this girl up, man. She was banging her up. She always had center ring. She was forcing her in the corner. She was banging her up in the corner. Do you know what I mean? Right hand on the way in, left hook on the way out. Yeah. Jonas, listen, respect to Jonas as well. Nothing against her. She put up a good fight. It was a good fight. It was an exciting fight, right? And you know, there was a lot of action in those rounds, but like Mayer was winning the rounds. Like honestly, like I probably gave it 7-3 to Mayer. I wouldn't argue with 6-4 at all. You know what I mean? I think 5-5, you're being incredibly generous to a point where you're being biased. But a win for Jonas. Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. Did you see the state of her face? You know, and typically it's like white fighters might mark up more, you know, white skin marks up easier, right? But like Jonas's face was fucked, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, it's at no point was she imposing her will. It's not like don't get me wrong, just because you're on the front foot, it doesn't mean you can't win a fight off the back foot. You can win a fight off the back foot, absolutely. But you have to be imposing your will. Someone can't be backing you into the corners. Like you have to be like, do you know what I mean, pulling them in and then hitting them with a counter, right? Or like, you know, and even if you don't count on the way in, you have to at least, you know, if someone tees off a combination on you, you at least have to count on the way out, right? And that just wasn't the case. Like, you know, Mayer was just getting the best of it, and she was tagging her, and she was landing the heavier punches. I think she probably landed the most punches, and so I did like. Don't get me wrong, I like Jonas's footwork. I'm usually more of a back foot boxing like fan, right? But she wasn't imposing her will. She was just surviving the rounds and doing what she could, you know. And I don't see how you can win a fight by surviving and doing the best you can. You know what? Like, nah, 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 nah. So yeah, from now on, I think like the only thing that's gonna get me out, yeah, is if it's like a big fight, yeah. Maybe like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times a year, right? But other than that, bollocks, man. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the fight, or don't. Do you know what I mean? I mean, because I don't really give a monkeys. So yeah, peace.